Welcome to our Civil War II video series here on Zero Issue Comics. My name is Josh. In this video, I am going to be recapping the events of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. issue number 7. Somewhere in Stamford, Connecticut, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are in the process of intercepting a Hydra satellite that has broken orbit and is falling towards the ground. Back in a S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, Phil Coulson and Gemma Simmons detect a secondary force en route to the team's location. And as they radio to Bobby to advise her of the incoming threat, a series of helicopters appears, and a group of DoD agents start storming the area. As the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and the DoD agents trade gunfire, Coulson, extremely upset, calls for General Strefkowski. He tells the general that they need to call off his men, that they are shooting at S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. The general advises Phil that he will call them off, when Gemma interrupts. She starts to tell Phil that the satellite is about to hit, but for some reason passes out before she can finish her sentence. And meanwhile, back at the crash site, outnumbered and outgunned, the S.H.I.E.L.D. team calls to stand down. 1 week later, atop the helicarrier, Coulson is speaking with director Maria Hill. He informs her that Gemma is not well, and that apparently she was hiding a condition caused by a bioweapon and is currently in a coma. Hill, concerned, also points out another issue with the team, Daisy. Not knowing what she means, Hill tells Coulson that Daisy is not just on a vacation. She has secretly requested to be transferred off the team after the events of the Coulson protocols. Getting back to business, Maria tells Coulson that she has a new assignment for him. A federal warrant has just been issued for Tony Stark. A little while later, using a tracker that Coulson had Deathlock place on him, the team has tracked Tony to one of his underwater secret DoD facilities. With the team a little hesitant about the mission, Coulson tells them that Tony kidnapped an Inhuman, that he wasn't under some influence, he wasn't a clone, he was just Tony, and that means he needs to be brought in. And at the bare minimum, the least they can do is rescue Ulysses. A few minutes later, after the team is split up, Bobby and May radio to the rest of the group, and as Bobby jumps onto Tony's back, she tells them she has found him. Then as Tony knocks down the rest of the team, Coulson realizes that this was all intentional, that Tony had lured them there. With Phil confronting him, Tony starts to explain. He tells Coulson about the Inhuman Ulysses, and how Carol and her buddies want to use his powers to see the future and arrest people before they commit a crime. He tells them that they have opened Pandora's box, and one hero is already dead because of it, and that if they don't stop now, things are not going to end well. As Tony starts to fly away, he tells Coulson that they are at war, that he needs to save the world from Carol, and he wants Phil and his agents on his team. Back in Maria Hill's office, Maria is confronting Phil on Tony's escape. She shows him that even though Deathlock was knocked out, his sensor logs were still functioning and recorded the whole conversation. Phil tells her that she should have told him what was going on, and that he cannot be a part of playing God. He says that he knows Tony is off the rails at the moment, and what he's doing is wrong, but he also believes that what Carol and S.H.I.E.L.D. want to do is also wrong, and that if it came down to it, he would refuse a direct order. Hill tells him that she can't respect his choice to not obey an order, and not respect the chain of command, and it is because of this that she has made her decision to terminate Phil's employment with S.H.I.E.L.D., effective immediately. Hey guys, if you want to see more Daily Marvel videos recapping all the new comics, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. You can find me on Twitter at Zero Issue Comics, on Facebook at facebook.com/Zero Issue Comics, and you can now find me in tons of other comic book news and stuff at eatyourcomics.com. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.